Hey guys, welcome to day 63 of 365 days of practice. That's a lot of days. Consistent practice. That is out of all of the goals that I've made, this is the goal this year that I have been the most 100% consistent at. So that's good. I just need to rein myself in on the other goals, but we're working on it. Those are, for some reason, this is easier. I think because I have accountability, because I'm posting about it every day. I don't know if I want to post about my other goals every day. I don't know though. I don't know, maybe I need to do that too, but anyways, today for practice, I'm going to play O Divine Redeemer. My piano student is learning that on the piano. It's a duet. It's a piano organ duet. And I performed it last Easter for a concert on the organ. And so I'm looking forward to doing this with her. I don't know when and if we're doing it at church or something, but she's learning it and I'm gonna stay on top of it. I haven't played it in a long time. So I'm gonna start off with that, and then I will work on some of the Bach. And if I have time, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the app that I use. I know I was asked about that. I'll either talk about it on here or I'll do an entirely separate video and talk about it on that. So kind of like what I did with the organ lesson. And let me know if you like the organ lesson, if that's something that you want me to continue. I'll do more research and tell you what I know. So there's that. Okay, so this is a little tricky because I don't have the pedal. It's not that tricky, but I just won't be able to play the pedal part, and that's okay. Nope, I did it wrong already. Now, real fast, I'm going to pause. I'm not playing the pedal on this, and the reason why is because on the organ, I don't play a sustain pedal. So even though I'm playing it on the piano and the temptation is to do the pedal, I don't. I've become a lot more anti-pedal as I've gotten older. I think people rely on them too much. I need to put this on my iPad so I don't have to turn the page. Let's see. as well. Key change. And the pedal is going right now. It sounds kind of like this. Let's see here. Be both on the grate. Oh, that was wrong. Read the piano part. This is my favorite part on the organ. You have the grate with your right hand and the swell with your left hand. It's not going to sound as good here. Isn't that so pretty? I just really, there's so many. That one was arranged by Charles Gonad. Don't know how to say his last name. But so much prettier on the organ. But alas, a piano will do for now. Maybe later this week when I go practice the organ, I can play it for you. Okay. So the app that I use for my practice, I could show you. The app that I use for practicing, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Hold on. Is that right there. It's called Fourscore. And it's kind of cool. You can scan any music that you have and have it on there. So like one of these days I'm gonna get my act together and I'm actually gonna scan the music in this book. This is all the music that I've done in past concerts and stuff. Before I had my iPad. So, and it's kind of cool because I could have the orientation like I showed you, and do 2 pages at a time, which is what I usually do for church, for hymns, or I can have it like this. So, yeah, I'll just continue my lesson, I guess. So, and this will kind of just be a little short lesson, but there are, so you can, it's hard to read. So you can access all of your scores that you have on here, all of your music. I have a bit, but my favorite feature is here, where you can make set lists. So like these are my current set lists right here. I need to update it because like this was my set list for Sunday or Saturday. I don't need that. This one will be updated when I prepare for, I feel like I need to be in the video. I don't know. Hold on. I wonder if this will help. Okay. This camera's high. But I don't know what I'm doing. So that's the set list. I'm touching the screen, it won't work. So I have the songs that I play for Sunday down here. Whoops. And then this is one of my favorite things about the set list is an organist needs to have prelude music. And so instead of like hunting and searching through the hymn book as I'm playing or having a bunch of tabs in my hymn book to hurry and get to the next song so there's not a huge break between songs, I literally just tap to the next hymn. And so it's great because I can pick the hymns that I want that kind of go with the songs that I'm going to play, that the congregation is going to sing to help prepare them for the tone of the meeting. And so like the Sunday songs this Sunday, a lot of them had to do with testimony or belief in Jesus Christ, and what he did and what he does for us. So that's cool. And then I don't know, like I have my set list for my Christmas concert last year. My set list for stake choir. So that's probably my favorite feature. But if you can see my hymn that I played on Sunday, I have a lot of notes on there. So you can use a pencil or your finger and write. But like I have the memory on the organ and the registration, the piston that I use for this song. And I have this big long curvy line to tell me that I play the introduction at the beginning until here, and then I have to jump all the way to here to finish the introduction. And so you can make notations like that. I mark my introductions with yellow. What are some other cool things? Last week I did BYU has a free organ class that they do online, and hold on. And the one that I most recently attended was all about fourscore. So one thing that I learned that was really cool was that I could like copy and paste stuff and like cut things out. And so I have this song, I played it for you guys I think a couple weeks ago, but it's called An Angel to Watch Over Me, and it has a repeat, and but the repeat is like you play for a couple pages and then you have to go all the way to the beginning, which is really not fun to turn pages like that. And on here, the way I turn pages, it just wasn't working. Like you have to link twice, and if you don't get the timing right, then it won't work. So then you have to tap. And so I was able, you can kind of see where I edited. So I copied the pages, and then I deleted what I needed to delete, and I put in what I needed to put in. So I didn't have to do a repeat or first and second ending. I could just go like one page after the other. That was particularly life-changing. I don't know what I would do without that. That will come in very handy over the next couple years, or my whole life rather. So you can scan your current music. You can download music. If you purchase music online, you can download it straight to Fourscore. Fourscore is only for Apple, for iPhones and iPads. My iPad is a refurbished 2018, I don't know, it's an iPad Pro, but it's refurbished. I've had it for a year and it's done really well. Trying to think of, there's a metronome on the iPad or on this app. So if you want to stress yourself out, you can use a metronome. It's actually really handy. I'm bad. I only use metronomes on occasion if I really need to get a sense for what the song's supposed to be like, or if I'm really messing up on a spot. But I don't use metronomes that much. Shh, don't tell. Trying to think what else. That's just kind of like a crash course in Fourscore. Oh, this is the reason why I got an iPad. This next part. This is the reason why I got an iPad and why I have Fourscore. So, if you've noticed me playing with my iPad, you probably noticed that I don't touch it at all to turn pages. There's a really cool feature, and you've seen me. You've seen me be like, oh no, I didn't turn the blinker on or thing. So there's a face picture, and if I tap that, then when I want to turn the pages, it won't work because I'm not at the right angle, but it'll turn the page without me touching it. There's a different facial, hold on. Trying to remember where. Settings, maybe. Gestures. Okay, so under settings, there's a spot that's gestures somewhere in there. And just kidding, that's not where it is. Aha, got it. Okay, so there's Fourscore and then there's Fourscore Pro. Fourscore Pro is what you want if you want to be able to turn pages without having to touch the iPad. So, and it's $20, one-time deal, and you get all the features for life. So you go to face gestures, and you can pick what type of face gesture. I like to do the wink. There's also a head turn like this, which I've moved too much when I play, and so that's not good for me. And then there's a mouth movement, so you can do like which I kind of wink when I do. I feel ridiculous when I do the mouth movement. I've figured out that wink works best for me. And you can, I have the sensitivity on high. I've had some problems with winking, with it reading my winks over the year. Really fun times. Usually it's when I'm performing. So I think it's actually a user problem because somehow my stress comes into play, and I am doing it differently than I normally do because I'm stressed. So my facial expressions will be a little bit different. And so I'm giving it more things to read. And so that's one of the reasons why I feel like I was impressed or called to do this daily practice so that I could practice turning the pages when there was pressure, which is good. And so I was actually about ready to just give up with the winking, because I had at Christmas time during a couple concerts, I had so many problems with it not turning and me having to tap the page, which is fine. But if you practice with your eyes turning the page and not having to bring up your hands, then all of a sudden it just messes you up a little bit. So anyways, there's a little bit about the app that I use. Fourscore is amazing. I don't know how much you can store on here, but I'm going to attempt to store my whole music library when I can get to it, because it's life-changing to have it all right here. It's nice because I like to travel with my music, like if I'm visiting my family or going somewhere, just so if I have an opportunity to practice, I can practice. Or if somebody asks me to play something, I'll have it. And so it's a whole lot lighter to carry an iPad around versus carrying a like several music books. And I used an Apple Pencil. It was a gift. I'm very, very, very grateful for that gift, because I use the Apple Pencil all the time on this iPad. So, all right, there's your mini course on how to, or what app I use for my music and the things I really like about it. Mini course, I don't know if that's the right thing to call it, but I do need to put together dinner before my kids get home from school. So I'm gonna just to keep my hands familiar with the song, I'm going to practice the Bach concerto. Nope, it doesn't. Violin. There. Okay. I'm going to practice the violin concerto. Oh, but not like that, because there are so many notes in this song that I cannot have it with the 2 pages, because it's just, there's no way that I'll be able to read all that. So, okay. I'm going to read through it just to keep it fresh in my hands, and praying that tomorrow I'll have more time to actually really practice it. Or maybe I'll do it tonight. We'll see. Yeah, maybe you'll get a double whammy, because I don't like these short practice sessions. I don't feel like it's definitely, the goal is to touch the piano. So if I just play a scale, I'm counting that as practice. And so it does count my short practice sessions, which this will be about 30 minutes. So I guess not that short, but it only does so much when you practice for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? Like practicing for 30 minutes or an hour, even as a pianist at my level, is going to be more beneficial. Practicing at 2 hours is going to be even more beneficial. That's like, if I could give piano practicing 2 hours a day, that's the hot spot. I know professionals practice like 8 hours a day, but with my schedule and my children, I would get nothing else done. So I don't treat it like a full-time job. I treat it like a responsibility to keep my skills as fresh as I can, so that I can serve people. It's not I don't know. So I can serve people through me performing, if that makes any kind of sense. All right. best I've ever played that. I feel so good right now about myself. No, but really, I feel so good about how that went. I did it. This is why we practice every day. This is why we practice every day. For days like this where it just comes together. I know that there were still a couple parts that were mistakes, but I'm a human being, so that's gonna happen. But it was so good. That turned out the best I've ever played, I think. And if you disagree, that's fine. But if you disagree, that's whatever. I don't care. I feel like it was pretty spot on. Now I'm gonna go celebrate while I make my family dinner. All right, bye. Have a good day. Thanks for joining me today on day 63 of 365 days of practice. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.